Hello everyone, this course is BUS ML 7247 Analytics for Macro Marketing Data. This video is for Lecture 11, Case Study 2, Search Trend. Before watching this lecture, please read this article, Spurious Patterns in Google Trends Data, an analysis of the effects on tourism demand forecasting in Germany by Björn Bockelmann and Stefan Lessmann. The article is available in German. In this lecture, I briefly introduce a study about tourism demand prediction using Google Trends data. Tourism managers face several problems for short-term decision-making. For example, in a peak season, managers may decide how many part-timers they hire for the peak. Also, to attract travelers more, managers may decide the level of special offerings. To support such decisions, managers may need reliable forecasts about bookings in upcoming weeks and months. And Google Trends data of tourism-related search queries have been used for the short-term forecasting. This is an example of Google Trends data. I pulled up travel-related search queries for Paris over the past 5 years. Google Trends then provide a weekly time series of normalized proportion of the focal search queries. In the data, you may find some spurious patterns and outliers. On November 13, 2015, there were terrorist attacks in Paris. The search volume at that time is the highest during the past 5 years. In January 2016, Google changed the general data recording process. This may have a permanent influence on the data. On April 15, 2019, there was a big fire on Notre Dame Church, which led to a huge search volume. And from March 2020, we are currently experiencing a virus pandemic, which makes people limit travel. So, you can see a huge drop in search queries. The spurious patterns come from various factors. The authors of the article call them common disturbance factors. One is an environmental change, like the COVID-19 pandemic. It changed everything, definitely including traveling. This figure displays another example of environmental changes. The upper graph presents travel-related GT data from Germany, and the lower one presents the same data from the world. You may see totally different trends of such queries in the graphs. Another factor is Google Trends internal issue. Google have changed its data collection procedures a couple of times. This figure displays GT data for food and drink and automotive. There are two vertical dotted lines. At that time, Google made changes in the search engine. And before and after those moments, you can see dramatical changes in search queries. So, in this article, the authors tackled these two issues. 1. Does the use of GT data lead to improved forecasts compared to the predictions made solely on historical tourist data? 2. Do the spurious patterns have a negative impact on GT-based forecasts, and does GT data modification help to reduce this impact? To remove or minimize the effects of the spurious patterns, the authors suggest a data modification method. Then, they apply the modified data to forecasting tourist arrivals. The results show that GT data are informative for demand predictions, but the spurious patterns have a negative impact on forecasting. And the proposed modification method successfully reduces the adverse impact of the spurious patterns. Then let's do by ourselves. In the exercise, we'll face the Google Trends data and tourist arrival data for several cities in Europe and test if the GT data are really informative for the tourism predictions. Alright, that's all I have in this lecture. Then, see you. Bye-bye.